This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing but revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahushai, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahushai, Rakate Yahweh, Rakate Yahushai. First and foremost, we want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule at Great Millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akiums and the folk on the earth to pushing the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. Come now, listen to edify the house of Yahushai, the 144,000 and the 1/3 men, women, and children, confusion and face, Israel that scatter among the heathen nation, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indian. Right? You are God's chosen people. Right? This lesson is about the angels. You know, they lay out the judgments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And what inspired me to this video, you know, is watching one of the Elder Pastor Gabar video. You know, and he make mention of it. You know, and this morning, you know, I was pondering on it and saying, you know what, let me put some precept together, you know, and do a lesson, you know, to show that the angels of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they bring forth the judgment to the Most High. And this is the angels' glory, to do the bidding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You know, whether to put people to death or to deliver people, deliver the Israelites, you know, or put them to death, you know, judgment, you know. And this what the angels is do for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. The Most High see charge the angel them with folly. You understand? Right? So, you know, we get into this lesson to edify the church of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? Yes, right. Let me get I think it's First Chronicle 18:18. So like I think it's this one gotta be Second Chronicles 18:18. This is Second Chronicles chapter 18, verse 18. And again he said, therefore hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing on his right hand and on his left hand. So the angels on the right hand side and the angels on the left hand side. Verse 19. And the Lord Yahweh said, who shall entice Ahab, king of Israel, that he may go up and fall at Ramoth-Gilead? So the Most High wanted to put this nigga to death. Because the king of Ahab, you know, he was a wicked king in Israel, and the Most High wanted to put him to death. So the Most High having a council in heaven, how are we going to put this nigga to death? Right? And one speaks saying after this manner, and another saying after that manner. Verse 20. Then there came out a spirit and stood before the Lord Yahweh and said, I will entice him. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, wherewith? Verse 21. And he said, I will go out and be a lion spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And the Lord Yahweh said, thou shalt entice him, and thou shalt also prevail. Go out and do even so. Verse 21. Now therefore, behold, the Lord Yahweh hath put a lion spirit in the mouth of these thy prophets, and the Lord Yahweh hath spoken evil against thee. So the Most High have the angel, as I said, the Most High charge the angel with folly, as I tell you in Job. You understand? The book of Job. So the angel, the Heavenly Father, do the bidding of the Heavenly Father. You understand? They go out and lay out the Most High judgment, and they do it in perfection. You understand? This their glory to do the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You understand? Right? So all these deaths that you see out there, when you see people get delivered from a car accident, or delivered from a plane crash, or the dying the plane crash, or the dying, the angel put them to death. You understand? This is Psalms 103 verse 20. Bless the Lord Yahweh, he is angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments, hearkening unto the voice of his word. You understand? Hearkening to the voice of his word. So the Most High tell the angel, hey, you see that nigga there? You see that city there? Hey, destroy these people. That's exactly what the angels I'm gonna do. Destroy these people. You understand? Alright. Exodus chapter 12. Let me start from verse Let me start from verse 12. Exodus chapter 12, verse 12, it said, For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am the Lord Yahweh. Alright, and this is what the Most High did in the land of Mizmarim. Right? This one is the son of Ham. Right? You understand? Let me jump down to verse 21. Alright? This Exodus chapter 12, verse 21. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your family, and kill the Passover. And he shall take a bunch of hyssop and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the linen and the two side posts with the blood that is in the basin, and none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. Verse 23. For the Lord Yahweh will pass through and smite the Egyptian. The Lord Yahweh will pass through and smite the Egyptian. Is when he destroyed these Hamites for oppressing the children of Israel. Right? He said, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Lord Yahweh will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your house to smite you. The destroyer is Yahweh Shai. This is the angel the Most High sent. The destroyer is Yahweh Shai. You understand? Right? That destroyed in Egypt. Right? Let me jump down to verse 29. Right? And it came to pass that at the midnight the Lord smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his house, he and all his servants, and all the Egyptian, and there was a great cry in Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. You understand? So the Most High sent the angel to do that. Alright? Yeah, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai don't play. You understand? That's why I got fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This Exodus chapter 23 verse 20. Right? Behold, I send an angel before thee. This angel is the Lord Yahushai, who the one who God Jesus. Right? To keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. And this is where we leave the land of Mizraim, right, which is known as Egypt. Egypt is a Greek word because they were conquered by the Greeks. Right? He said, verse 21, he said, Beware of him and obey his voice. Beware of who? The angel, which is Yahweh Shai. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgression, for my name is in him. You understand? They were speaking about the Lord Yahweh Shai. You understand? He was the destroyer. He destroyed the Egyptians. You understand? He's known as the destroyer. Right? So the Most High sent out his angels to do his work. Right? Either to deliver or to destroy. Right? Then we get the account in the book of Daniel. Right? You understand? Alright, let me get the book of Daniel. Alright, I'm going to skip through. Let me see where to start at. Alright, and this is with the story with with the three holy sun, where the king Nebuchadnezzar make a decree, right? This with yeah. Let me get Daniel chapter 3. Let me start at verse 12. Right, and this is Meshach, right, Azariah, and Abednego, right? The three holy son, the three holy son, right? Which is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? Which is Meshach, Mishael, Meshach, and Azariah, right? Which is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. There's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is a Babylonian name, but the Hebrew name is Mishael, Meshach, and Azariah, right? So this is Daniel, and this is when King Nebuchadnezzar make a decree that when you hear the songs, they must bow down to his idol that he set up, and who do not bow down to it shall be cast in the fiery furnace, right? This is Daniel chapter 3 verse 12. He said there are certain Jews, and who snitch on them? The so-called Edomites, known at the time was the Chaldeans. You understand? They're showing the hatred throughout the scripts. They're showing the hatred towards you Israelites. But yet say you Sims want to love these people, right? It tell you in verse 8, if you read from verse 8, it tell you who went and accused the Jews, right? It said in chapter 3 verse 8, wherefore at the time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews, right? Jump to verse 12. He said there are certain Jews who thou hast set over the affair of the prophets of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. This is the Babylonian name, but the true Hebrew name is Mishael, Meshach, and Azariah, right? He said, these men, O king, have not regard thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Verse 14, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, is it truth, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not he serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if he be ready, that at what time he hear the song of the cornet, the flute, the harp, the sackbut, the psaltery, and the dulcimer, and all kind of music, he fall down and worship the image which I made. Well, but if he worship not, he shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that God that shall deliver you out of my hand? So, Nebuchadnezzar full of pride. Verse 16, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. Verse 17, if it be so, our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. Verse 18, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. Verse 19, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 7 times more than it was wont to be heated. So, Nebuchadnezzar, the nigga get ratted against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego because they don't want to bow down to his image, to this false image. Verse 20, And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Verse 21. Then these men were bound in their coat, their hosen, and their hat, and their other garment, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Verse 22. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceedingly hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So those soldiers that take them up, the Most High slew them. You understand? Verse 3. And the angels who slew them. You understand? Verse 23. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake and said unto his counselor, Did not we cast three men bound in the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. Verse 25. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the fourth is like the son of the Most High, and that's Yahweh Shai. The Most High sent the angel to deliver his men. You understand? So the Most High is giving his angel commandment to go and put you to death, or to deliver his men. Right? Verse 26. Then Nebuchadnezzar came near to the mouth of the burning fiery furnace, and speak and said, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he servants of the Most High power, come forth and come thither. Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego come forth out of the midst of the fire. Verse 27. And the prince, governor, and captain, and king's counselor, being gathered together, saw these men, upon whom body their fire had no power, nor was an hair of their head signet, neither were their coat changed, nor the smell of fire had passed on them. Verse 28. Then Nebuchadnezzar spake and said, Blessed be the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who had sent his angels. Yahweh Shai came and delivered them. Just like how Yahweh Shai passed through in the land of Mizraim, which known as Egypt, and smite the firstborn of Egypt, and deliver the children of Israel. You understand? Same thing Yahweh Shai did. He's the angel. Right? He said, and deliver his servant that trust in him, and have changed the king's word, and healed their body, that they might not serve nor worship any god except their own power. Verse 29. Therefore I make a decree that every people, nation, and language which speak anything amiss against the power of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego shall be cut in pieces, and their houses shall be made a dunghill, because there is no other power that can deliver after this sort. You understand? So this is what the angels do. They do the bidding of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They come, they deliver the men, that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and also come and bring judgment on the wicked who don't want to hear, and do the things that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai say. You understand? Let me get the next one. Alright. Let me get 2nd Chronicles. Alright. Let's start from verse 21. This is 2nd Chronicles chapter 21. Start from verse 1. He said, Slovakia. Yeah, this is 1st Chronicles chapter 21 verse 1. He said, and Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number Israel. So the Most High put Satan upon put Satan upon David to go and number Israel, which is a transgression. Not supposed to number Israel. There's another reason why this devil gonna be destroyed, because every time he trying to number Israel, I think he have ID card, passport, birth certificate. I think he trying to number the children of Israel. He can't. You understand? Right? Just like how the Most High sent Satan upon Job. Right? The Most High sent Satan to provoke David. Right? So he could go and number Israel, because the Most High want to destroy the wicked out of Israel. Right? Verse 2. And David said to Joab and to the rulers of the people, go number Israel from Beersheba even unto Dan, and bring the number of them to me, that I may know it. And Joab answered, the Lord Yahweh make his people 100 times so many more as they be. But my lord the king, are they not all my lord's servant? Why then do my lord inquire this thing? Why will he be a cause to trespass to Israel? Is a sin to number the children of Israel. You understand? Nevertheless, the king's word prevailed against Joab. Wherefore Joab departed and went throughout all Israel and came to Jerusalem. Right? Let me jump down to let me jump down to verse 7. Right? He said, and the Most High was displeased with this thing, therefore he smote Israel. And David said unto the Most High, I have sinned greatly because I have done this thing. But now I beseech thee, do away the iniquity of thy servant, for I have done very foolishly. Verse 9. And the Lord Yahweh speak unto God, David seer, saying, God was a prophet. Right? The seer is the prophet. Verse 10, he said, go and tell David, saying, thus said the Lord Yahweh, I offer thee 3 things. Choose thee one of them, that I may do it unto thee. Verse 11, so God came to David and said unto him, thus said the Lord Yahweh, choose thee either 3-year famine, or 3 months to be destroyed before thy foes, while that the sword of thine enemy overtake thee, or else 3 days the sword of the Lord Yahweh, even the pestilence in the land, and the angel of the Lord destroying throughout all the coast of Israel. Now therefore advise thyself what word I shall bring again to him that sent me. You understand? So the Most High sent the angel them to do his bidding. You know, either to deliver or to bring judgment. You understand? Right? Verse 13. First Chronicles chapter 21, verse 13. And David said unto God, I am in great strait. Let me fall now into the hands of the Lord Yahweh, for very great are his mercy, but let me not fall into the hands of man. So the Lord Yahweh sent pestilence upon Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. So the Lord, they want to slay these men because they were being wicked. So the Lord put Satan upon David to cause David to number Israel, so he could bring this destruction upon them. Right? Verse 15. And the power sent an angel, and the power, which is the Most High, sent an angel unto Jerusalem to destroy it. So the angels is do the bidding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? Right? And as he said, and as he was destroying, the Lord beheld, and he repented him of the evil, and said to the angel that destroyed, it is enough, stay now thy hand. And the angel of the Lord stood by the threshing floor of Ornah the Jebusite, and David lifted up his eyes and saw the angel of the Lord standing between the earth and the heaven, having a drawn sword in his hand, stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elder of Israel, who were clothed in sackcloth, fell upon their face. And this is how the Most High is used the angels to bring out his judgment. So all these deaths you see now, to the different calamity you see. It's the angels doing these things. You see tsunami, earthquake, volcano. You understand? The angel doing these things. The angel is working in the mind of men, put his instruction in their mind. According to Job, I think it's Job 30. To make sure I quote the right chapter, right? You understand? I think it's Job 32. No, Job 33. Yeah, Job 33 and 15 and 16. You understand? That's how the Most High is. That's how the Most High is laid the judgment by the angels. You understand? By the angels, right? And that's how also He's deliver His people, by the angels, right? Let me get this one. Right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, who him? The angels, right? You understand? Right? Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sign and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. And this mark is a mark of exempt from judgment, right? You understand? There's this knowledge these men can get. And wisdom, knowledge, understanding shall be the stability of your time. You understand? Verse 5. And to the other he said in my hearing, to the angels, go ye after him through the midst, through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. So these angels, they glories to do the bidding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and they put forth their full strength. You understand? To please the wrath of him. You understand? So these angels don't judge with emotion. They come to do the Lord's bidding. You understand? Verse 6, he says, slay utterly old and young, both male and little children and women. So the Most High killing old, young, maid is a young woman, little children and women. But he said, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, which is the mark of exemption, right? And begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. You understand? And this mark in the Hebrew, I think is Tawav, right? Yeah, so the word is Tav, which is the mark of exemption from judgment. You understand? The men that have that mark, which is the seal, which is the wisdom, knowledge, understanding, they're gonna be exempt from what? Judgment. Right? Me get another account to show that the Most High is there with judgment. Right? Me get 2 Maccabees 10 and start from 24. The 2 Maccabees chapter 10 verse 24, he said, now Timotheus, whom the Jews had overcome before, when he had gathered a great multitude of foreign force and horses out of Asia, not a few, came as though he would take Jewry by force of arm. Verse 25, but when he drew near, they that were with Maccabeus turned themselves and prayed unto Yahweh, and sprinkled earth upon their head, and girded their loins with sackcloth. Verse 26, and fell down at the foot of the altar, and besought him to be merciful to them, and to be an enemy to their enemy, and an adversary to their adversary, as the Lord declared. Verse 27, so after they prayed, they took their weapon and went on further from the city, and when they drew near to their enemy, they kept by themselves. Verse 28, now the sun being newly risen, they joined both together the one part having together with their virtue their refuge also unto the Lord for a pledge of their success and victory, the other side making their rage leader for the battle. Verse 29, but when the battle waxed strong, they appeared unto the enemies from heaven 5 comely men upon horses, these is angels coming in the chariots, with burdles of gold, and 2 of them lead the Jews. Verse 30, and took Maccabeus between them, and covered him on every side weapons, Salakia, and covered him on every side weapon, and kept him safe, but shot arrow and lightning against the enemy, so that being confounded with blindness and full of trouble, they were killed. You understand? They were killed. So the Most High angel is doing his bidding. You know, there's their glory to do the bidding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You understand? They don't disobey his commandment. You understand? They do not disobey the Most High commandment. Right? So it's the angels who bring laying all these judgment out in this we seeing. You understand? Let me get one more and close out this lesson. 2 Maccabees 3, start from 23. The 2 Maccabees chapter 3 verse 23 said, nevertheless Helidorius executed that which was decreed. Right? Because he came to Jerusalem to take what? The wealth. You understand? You can see what the angels going to do to this nigger too. Right? Verse 24, now as he was there present himself with his guard about the treasury, the Lord of the Spirit and the Prince of all power caused a great operation, so that all that presumed to come in with him were astonished at the power of Yahweh, and faint, and were so afraid. Verse 25, for there appeared unto them an horse with a terrible rider upon him, which is the angels, come with the chariot, and adorned with a very fair covering, and he run fiercely, and smote at Helidorius with his forefeet, and it seems that he that sat upon the horse had complete harshness of gold. For 26, moreover 2 young men appear before him, notable in strength, excel in beauty, and comely in apparel, who stood by him on either side, and scourged him continually, and gave him many sore stripes. And these was angels was beating this nigger. You understand? The angels of the Lord was doing that. Right? Verse 27, he said, Helidorius fell suddenly unto the ground, and was compassed with great darkness. But they that were with him took him up, and put him into a litter. Verse 28, thus him that lately came with a great train, and with all his guard into the said treasury, they carry out, being unable to help himself with his weapon, and manifestly they acknowledge the power of Yahweh. You understand? Verse 29, for he by the hands of Yahweh was cast down, and lay speechless, without all hope of life. Salakia. Right? Verse 30, but they praised the Lord Yahweh, that had miraculously honor his own place, for the temple which a little afore was full of fear and trouble, when the Almighty Lord appeared, was full with joy and gladness. Then straightway certain of Helidorius' friend prayed Onias that he would call upon the Most High to grant him his life, who lay ready to give up the spirit. Right? You understand? Them angel give you some sore stroke. You understand? For 32. So the high priest suspected, lest the king should misconceive that some treacherously had been done to Helidorius by the Jews, offer a sacrifice for the health of the man. Now as the high priest was making an atonement, the same young men, who's the angels, the same young men, in the same clothing appeared and stood beside Herodorius, saying, Give Onias the high priest great thanks, insomuch as for his sake the Lord had granted thee life. You understand? And seeing that thou hast been scourged from heaven, declare unto all men the mighty power of Yahweh. And when they had spoke these words, they appear no more. It was the angels. So the Most High used the angels to do his bidding, either to put you to death or to deliver you. You understand? That's why you gotta fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And these secrets was revealed to his servant, his prophet. You understand? The angels are wrong about to be doing the bidding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You understand? Working on the minds of these kings, storing them up to go to battle. You understand? Putting these people to death out here. Delivering the elect from out of the hands of the enemy, keeping them safe, guiding their footstep. This is the works of the holy angels in heaven. You understand? They do the bidding of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Both angels on the right hand side and the left hand side, the Most High control. You understand? So with that, was edifying. I want to give our praises and honor and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule with a great millstone, and a blessed salutation to the Akyums and the folk on the earth to push in the gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom to the elect.